Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you our summer meal plans and also a grocery haul to go along with that. So if you enjoy this kind of content, remember to subscribe and let's get into this video. Okay, I am not usually a person to have a set schedule for breakfast and lunch for my kids. I never have. It's always been like whatever they kind of want, you know, as long as we have it, then they can have it. And I've never done anything besides that. But I've watched several homeschool moms on YouTube make either a lunch list or a breakfast and lunch list for summer and then for the rest of the year. That kind of makes their life easier, and sometimes their kids are in charge of it, sometimes they're not. And I was like, okay, my kids have been struggling a little bit lately with food as far as eating well-rounded. They've kind of gotten stuck in a rut. I feel like adults, we do that too, right? We get stuck in this rut. And I feel like that's kind of where they are. They're not sure what to do. They eat the same things over and over. You know, it's like, oh, if there's leftover pancakes, I'm gonna eat that. They do eat a lot of leftovers. That's always an option for lunch, you know, or just a peanut butter and honey sandwich, and that's it. Like, they don't eat anything with it. And then my 5-year-old was always hungry. She's just complaining all the time about being hungry. And I'm like, well, you gotta eat food. And some days she would eat applesauce. She'd eat a popsicle, which is smoothie, like leftover smoothie with fruits and vegetables in it that I just freeze, whatever's left over. And then that was basically it, right? She was like having just liquid diet going on. And then she's like, I'm so hungry and my tummy hurts. And I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta do something to fix this. And so at this time, like a few weeks ago or a month ago, I started seeing everyone's kind of summer plans, summer meal plans, or just meal plans in general. And so I kind of took a few things from those and created our own. I talked with my kids about things that they liked, things that they would want as options, and we went with that. It was hard for me to just be like, this is the only thing you can have for breakfast and the only thing you can have for lunch, because I still want them to have choices. So for most of the things, they have 2 choices, and then they have like fruit with breakfast usually, and then a fruit and vegetable with lunch. Woo! And so that's kind of the goal. And then occasionally with lunch, they'd have like chips or like popcorn as a side, but not always. That would just be like a special day. So for breakfast, I was just gonna show you this, and then we'll get into our grocery haul. For breakfast on Sundays, we're gonna do cereal. So right now, cereal was kind of always an option, but cereal doesn't fill you up, and it's expensive, obviously. And so we're just gonna do it on Sundays. We have church at 9 o'clock, and my husband usually has meetings before church. So I'm getting everyone ready by myself. And so it's a good morning just to have a very easy, quick breakfast that has very minimal like cleanup to do. Monday is muffins, yogurt parfaits, and eggs. So again, they can have like muffins and eggs. They could have yogurt parfaits and eggs, you know, kind of however they want to put it together. That's fine with me. And muffins, I put them here because we can prep them on Sunday. This last week, we actually did prep them, left the batter in, and then cooked them the next morning. And with one of the batters, it actually worked really well, and the other one was still fine, but didn't work as well. So some batters will be okay if you let them sit overnight, and then other ones don't work as well. And so we're still experimenting with that, or we can just make the muffins on Sunday. I just like having them fresh, you know, warm out of the oven. And so if the batter's already made, it's really easy just to throw them in on Monday morning. And then Tuesday is eggs or egg sandwiches and fruit. So we make egg sandwiches in advance with like a biscuit. I cook a bunch of eggs in like a 9x13 pan. Is that what they are? I don't know. My brain's not working right now. And so then I cook a bunch of eggs in there and cut them into little slices, and then some bacon, because that's what we prefer. You could do sausage, and then some cheese, and then I just put them in the freezer, and they just have to warm them up. So once we prep those, they're good for a couple weeks. You know, we have enough for a couple weeks worth of meals. And then oatmeal, eggs, and fruit on Wednesday. Thursday, again, is egg sandwiches or eggs. Okay, then Friday is bagels, eggs, sausage, and fruit. And we don't have bagels very often, so my kids are excited about that. And Saturday is oatmeal, pancakes, or fruit. So they're not obviously gonna have oatmeal and pancakes together. That's a lot. But I figured they could do some pancakes themselves if they want to make pancakes that morning, and we have a little bit more time usually on Saturdays to do it. So those are kind of our breakfast plan. And then lunches, Again, up here I said it's always served with like a fruit and a veggie, and sometimes chips or popcorn. So Sunday is you pick, it's leftovers, it's kind of whatever is there. We don't want to have to put a ton of work into it, so they can just pick what's there. Monday is chicken nuggets or sandwiches or leftovers. So leftovers, LO is leftovers. That's an option every day. So just so you know. And then Tuesday will be a salad bar or roll-ups, which is like peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and honey. They can put some turkey meat or ham or whatever on it with hummus and cheese and roll it up if they want to eat it that way. And then Wednesday is pizza, probably homemade pizza because that's how I roll. I am 99% homemade, almost strictly homemade, because that's just how I like to have things done. And then sandwiches. But the nice thing with this is that they learn how to make things. So they're learning how to make the pizza dough and things like that. It's not me doing it. It is initially to help them kind of understand what they're supposed to do, but in the end, it will be them doing it. And so they're prepping everything and doing all that kind of stuff. And then Friday is cracker stackers, which is a term from Rooted in Rest, I believe. And she uses it for her meal plan. So where they have just a cracker, it's kind of like a Lunchable, you know, with the meat and cheese, and then nuts, fruits to go along with that. Saturday is pasta or mac and cheese. So not both of those, but we have several different options for pasta, or we can make some macaroni and cheese if they prefer that. And then the last sheet that I have is help and clean up. So on Sunday, again, it's kind of everyone is doing everything, or prepping their own meals or cleaning up after themselves. They should always be cleaning up after themselves. The help is more if there's the cleanup is more if there's any dishes afterwards, like big pans or something that need to be cleaned, and then just to wipe the countertops and all that kind of stuff, because I want my kids to still learn to put their own stuff away and clean up after themselves. And then the help is if anything needs to be prepared. And so I tried to rotate it, and we'll see how it all works, you know, with the meals that are those days, if we need to change things, or eventually, like after the summer, we'll rotate everyone's, because some of them are like, no, I want to help with that already. and so they might want to take turns making different things instead of always the same person. So we might every couple months rotate the days that they're helping and the days that they're doing cleanup. So that's kind of the overall plan for it. And then the last thing I want to mention before we get into this grocery haul is another driving factor behind me doing this, especially this help and clean up part, is my kids were fighting so much about their siblings doing service for them. So someone would do service for them and they'd be like, no, they're just doing it because they want to tease me, or they want to do this, or it drive me crazy. And sometimes that is the case, right? Sometimes they are trying to tease, but a lot of times they're not. And they're all starting to fight, and they don't know how to accept service. And in a lot of ways, they don't also know how to give service. So I want them to practice serving all their siblings, you know, working together. They can go ask them specifically what kind of order they want. Like, oh, do you want this kind of food this day, or this kind of food? And so then they know how much of what to prepare. And then they're preparing it for them. They have to know, they get to know what the kids like. So like for their oatmeal, all of them like their oatmeal slightly different. And so you learn what they like and how to prepare it, and you get to know them a little bit better, and then you serve them, and then you have to clean up after them, and hopefully in the long run, be more grateful for what your parents are doing for you when we're cleaning up all the time. And then just to be able to accept service and to give service more readily than just being mad and bitter about it. Okay, let's get into the grocery haul. It was a big one for us. Normally, I don't shop at 2 places in 1 week. So this is a Walmart and a Sam's Club hub. I was gonna say hub. I don't know why. Anyways, so this is a Walmart and a Sam's Club haul. And this is because normally we just are eating the same things, right? And then you just run out of like 1 or 2 things. With this, since we have it all planned out, some of these foods will be frozen. Like I'll probably freeze half of the lunch meat and things like that, so that when we need it again in a few weeks, we can just pull it out and I don't have to go to the store again. So, you know, I bought kind of in bulk, planning on keeping some of it in the freezer, and some of these foods are already frozen, so they just stay there and we just pull them out as we need them. So kind of that was the idea behind it, and then most weeks we'll just get some fresh produce and then again have to stock up next month. So we'll see how it all works. We'll see how it all goes. Maybe I'll update you at the end of the summer if you're interested in that. Comment below and let me know. And let's show you these hauls. Okay, so here is my Walmart grocery haul. So I'm gonna kind of go through some of these things and then I'll show you my Sam's Club haul right after this. So first of all, I got some chicken nuggets and some chicken and maple breakfast sausage. We've never tried these from Applegate, but Rooted and Rest had recommended them, and so we're gonna try some of them. So we did this, and we'll use these for breakfast, these for lunch for my kids as part of our meal plans. And then I got pepperoni, lots of pepperoni. As you can see, I ordered, I think, 2 of these big packages, but they only had 1, so then they substituted it with 4 of these. So this is, again, for lunches. One of the days of the week is pizza for lunch, so that's what that's for. And then I got some more pasta. We had some already, but we needed a little bit more. So some bow tie and then some rotini right here again as a lunch option. And then I got some seasoning here, some oregano leaves for, I think it's for a dinner. I was out of oregano, and so I needed to get more of those. And then eggs. We use a lot of eggs. So this will be mostly breakfast. I believe that this is going towards a few other things. And then some carrots that will be used for some of our lunches. And my daughter just took one out of here as soon as we got home. We just got back from swimming lessons and she just is eating one. That's what she's having for lunch. And then I got some spinach and some spring mix here. Some of this will be used for a church activity. I'm taking a salad, and then the rest of it will be used for smoothies and just normal salads at home. And then I got some cilantro for a dinner. Some green onions. I like to cut these up and put them in omelets for breakfast. And some cucumbers for, again, for lunches for a vegetable or to put in a salad. Some limes for a salad. And then some avocados as well for a salad. So I got 2 bags of these. Sorry, my counter is only so big, so everything's squished. Some red onions that will go towards a salad, which is for our dinner. It's like a chicken avocado salad that my neighbor makes, and so I thought we'd try. Some strawberries, which will also go for the salad for the church activity and then for us just to eat. A whole bunch of sweet potatoes in this bag that we'll use for dinners, but also I will cook them up and blend them into a puree for my baby. And puff pastry, I just like to have these in the freezer. They make a lot of just easy, quick things. You know, we'll do them for desserts, or you could use them for pizza even if you wanted to. And when I want them, they never have them. So I try to stock up when I think about it. And then we were out of a lot of our chocolate chips. So I got dark chocolate chips, which we kind of like just to snack on, and then milk chocolate chips. And then I got some Ghirardelli chocolate here, which I don't normally buy, but I have a daughter that has a birthday coming up and she wanted a cake, which again, I don't usually make cakes because it's, in my opinion, the inferior dessert and it's none of our favorites, let's be honest here in this house. And so she wanted this cake, and one of her grandmas makes it, and it is a really delicious cake. So we're going to do that. So this is the chocolate I had available to me, so that's what we got. And then I got some pecans. We use these for our oatmeal and then just for other miscellaneous things. Put them in the freezer and they'll stay good for a really long time. I got frozen bananas. I didn't even know that they sold this. We always just buy tons of bananas and then I slice them up when they get ripe. And I think I was supposed to get 3 bags, but they only had 1. So those are there. They're kind of melting. We already put the ice cream in the fridge that's for this birthday party because we didn't want that to melt. And then we got apples here. I have some boys that love Granny Smith. They love the sour apples. And then these are apples too, just Gala. I like Gala apples. And then we have lots of grapes. I got 2 bags because I don't mind eating them if they're nice and crisp, but I have several people in this family that love them frozen. And so I'll wash them and freeze them and they will eat them like they're candy. And then mushrooms, I like to, again, cut these up and use them for omelets, like for an add-in for omelets in the morning. A few bananas, not too many because we have those frozen ones. Guacamole, and I've been buying it like this recently just because we never use it fast enough in a big container and it goes bad. And my son already opened this because he made himself a taco with some leftover meat, so he already got into that. And then I got some apple juice concentrate. I actually like this. We put it in our smoothies just to add a little bit of like tartness to it. And then some feta for a salad, or I like to saute up vegetables and put them over rice in like coconut oil and put a little bit of feta cheese in it. Some hummus to dip in, but also to make like little wrap sandwiches on a tortilla shell. Bacon for breakfast sandwiches. We make a whole bunch and then we put them in the freezer and my kids can just grab them out. And then I have bread here. This is not from Walmart. We stopped by a local bakery and picked this up just because I'm a bread snob and don't always have time to really make it and can't make it as good as these places. So we just picked some up there. And then I got some buttermilk for biscuits for the sandwiches for breakfast, some whipping cream my daughter wants, what are they called? Waffles for her birthday dinner. And so I got this to make whipped cream to go on top. Sour cream, we just use this for a lot of different things. And then I'm gonna get bagels from Sam's Club, which my trip to Sam's Club will be tomorrow. And so I got cream cheese to go on top, mozzarella cheese for the pizzas. I'm like, I can't even remember what anything's called right now. And then I got some baby cereal. So my 5-month-old has really wanted to start eating, but he also just really doesn't like the texture of so many things. And so we're just pureeing stuff up right now and feeding him with it. But I like to have these cereals just to thicken stuff. If it's too watery, then I'll put that in it to kind of help him out a little bit. Some milk, some whole milk, and oh, I forgot this Alfredo sauce. I have a whole bunch of marinara, but I got this. I haven't actually tried this one, but this was recommended as maybe like a healthier version of an Alfredo sauce. So I got that for the pasta for my kids. And I think that's all. So that is our Walmart haul. Okay, so here is my Sam's Club haul. So I have some marinara sauce that I got from Sam's Club, some Greek yogurt. This is vanilla for fruit parfaits for breakfast. I got more avocados. These ones were a little bit more ripe, so we'll probably use these for food this week, and then we can use the ones from Walmart for next week. And then some butter, because we are almost out of butter, and some lettuce. This was the only romaine they had. I usually get 2, but they didn't have another one. And then a few snack items. So these are the peanut butter pretzels. My kids really like those. And then just pretzel crisps that can be eaten like this or dipped into hummus. Then I got, this is something new for us. I don't usually buy this, but Boom Chicka Pop for just a side for a lunch once a week or something like that, so it'll last us a while. And then I got some just tortilla chips that can also be used occasionally for lunches. We do not do like chips and popcorn and this kind of stuff all the time, just occasionally, or for other dinner time meals. And then we have some tortilla shells already, but I got some more. We love these Tortilla Land ones that you have to cook. They're just the best. It's hard to go back to other ones. And then we got some different crackers here for our cracker stackers for some of our lunches with meat. You'll put meat and cheese on them. Cheez-Its are just for snacks, but then we have Ritz crackers that will also be used for cracker stackers. I got more powdered sugar because I was almost out and I have to bake a cake. So I need to make sure I had powdered sugar. We got some granola for our fruit parfaits for breakfast. I got more eggs because we are going through eggs really fast and we need to make breakfast sandwiches and they require a lot of eggs as well. So then when we move over here, brown sugar, we were almost out of. I kind of just restocked on some of our normal baking supplies that were getting a little bit low. Pancake mix for Saturdays. If my kids want to do pancakes, this is something really easy they can do by themselves. Some more fruit. So we have bananas. I have another bunch over there. Some frozen strawberries. We usually just use these for smoothies. I got some nectarines. I don't usually buy them at the store because I grew up with nectarine and peach trees, but we don't get them as often anymore. So I thought I'd try them because I really love nectarines. And then some other fruit, some raspberries, some more strawberries because we go through strawberries really, really fast. And then I got some Bear apple chips because kids could have these with their lunches. And let's see, we're almost back around. I don't remember where I started. Some lemons for baking and cooking. We use these two for our muffins, like lemon muffins on Mondays. And then bagels is for one of our breakfasts. So some of these will be frozen and some of them will be used this week. Some more cheese. We are almost out. I love really sharp cheddar. It's really hard to go back to mild or anything like that after you've had sharp. And then this is for our cracker stackers. So I have chicken breast and then honey ham because people like different things. And some different cheeses right here. So I have provolone. This is also used for sandwiches. So the meat will be used for sandwiches sometimes too. So I have provolone. And then just one of these trays because some of my kids prefer white cheese over orange cheese. So I just got one of these trays that they could kind of pick their own and then it's already cut for me. So I think that's all. Oh, and I got flour. You can't see that. It's a huge bag of flour. So I also got some flour. But I think that's all that we got from Sam's Club. Okay, so that was the grocery hauls. It was a lot of groceries for us. It took a long time to put it all away just because this isn't normally how I shop. I don't usually have so much over. You know, we have backup stuff. We have backup food and some food storage and everything like that. But I'm not used to thinking, okay, we're eating this just once a week for a month. How much do we need? And then this once a week for a month. So anyways, it took a little bit of planning and reorganizing things to get everything where it needed to be. But I'm excited. I'm excited to try something different, to try something new. And remember to comment down below and let me know what your meal plan is for the summer or just in general. Do you plan breakfast and lunch? Usually we just kind of have a dinner plan, not a breakfast and lunch plan. And so this is all new for us. We're all learning to adapt and change and establish a new routine. And so if you have foods that you just really love, lunches and breakfasts specifically, I'll take dinners too. But if you have lunch and breakfast that you just really love or your kids love, please comment them below, because we're always going to be looking for new ideas, especially when we go to rotate through some of our meals and try new things, because that's the point of this. I want them to have a more like well-balanced diet, but I also want them to be exposed to new things and to kind of know how to mix foods together and to be more independent. And so that's our goal this summer, is to work through that, and then hopefully it'll be more of a routine as we go into the fall and we won't have to work so hard at it. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give me a thumbs up and I will see you next time.